Hey everybody, it's Kathy. Welcome to Monday Messages and a live intuitive reading today. So I have lots of new friends and acquaintances over here in the world of Facebook land, and I just wanted to really quick explain what it is that I do, and then we'll dive into today's reading. So, for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, again, my name is Kathy Weiss, and I am a healer and an intuitive. What I do is read and interpret energy and deliver the messages that you need to hear most. It's important to know that energy doesn't have words or language. Energy just travels in waves. So what I need to do is sort of tune into your channel, as it were, and feel the vibrations and energy that are coming off of your body and interpret those with words and language. And I'm being asked to remind you that it is not a good bad thing, a better, worse, positive, negative. Like it just is. Like whatever comes up or whatever is happening in your energy field, it's just an is thing. And then you'll receive some guidance perhaps on how you can move forward in relationship to the energy that you're giving off. And I also do receive like what would be called a channeled message from source energy. So that could be a little bit a part of what happens in today's reading as well. And then once I sort of do the intuitive part of the reading, I also use oracle cards, and my most favorite deck right now is this Mother Mary Oracle, and I do know that it shows up backwards because I'm using the reverse camera here this afternoon, and that just kind of helps to drive the conversation forward and bring out any more information or clarity that you need in the reading. And so you don't need to be watching live to receive your reading, but it does make it more fun. And of course, any questions or comments that you have during the reading, or if you're watching this later and you have questions or comments, same thing, you can just put whatever's on your mind down here, and I will absolutely answer and address whatever is on your mind. So we're going to get into today's reading. I've got my mad as a hatter teacup hat with me and a whole bunch of names. Like a lot of names are in here today, and it's really noisy, you guys. I feel like some of the people whose names are in here, like a whole bunch of you are talking at once, and there's a lot of urgency, and many of you are like in urgent need of messages today, and I can only do one of you here live on today's video. So if your name doesn't come out, please watch the video anyway so that you get a sense of how I work. And then if it is intriguing to you, I'll also be throwing in a little super secret code word so that you can get 20% off of any of my services through the end of this month, because I am feeling like almost every person who's in here really, really needs something. And so I want to honor that energy by offering you a discount if your name doesn't come out today. Because when, like, I'm hearing so much, and I really want to pass this information along to you. And that's a good thing too, just to remember I am a messenger. And once you receive and hear the guidance or the information that comes through, you have free will, and it's up to you to use that information, interpret it, or not. Okay, and it doesn't hurt my feelings one way or the other, because this is just stuff that's coming through me, and it comes from a part of my mind that is not my thinking mind. So it really is 100% up to you. So, noisy teacup hat. I'm just going to set an intention that someone who really needs today's message comes out. There's like two names in here where I'm feeling like it's not as urgent, and while I would still want to obviously read you, I'm just hoping that someone who's really urgent comes out today, but we'll see what it is. And there are some, it's kind of a mix today of like, I'm closing my eyes and I'm totally scrambling them up because I saw who was on top, and I don't want to cheat, as it were, and pull that person out deliberately. So let's see who I got. Jill. Hi, Jill. Nice to meet you. Jill and I are brand new acquaintances over here in the world of Facebook. So this is cool because we have never met in person. And so what I'm going to do, Jill, is if you are watching live, let us know along the way. And if you're watching later, then after you've seen the video, again, throw some comments down there just so that we know how the reading landed for you. So I'm just going to take a quick second to tune into Jill's channel, is what I like to call it. Okay, there's somebody else who's being a little bit noisy right now, and insistent. So give me just another second, Jill. I need to like narrow down that broadband a little bit and get directly to you. Okay. Hi, Jill. I'm back. Just checking in with you. So what I'm feeling right now, Jill, is your energy and the colors that you're putting off. And I'm seeing a really dark emerald green, and I'm seeing the shade of gold. And they're both really clear and pretty vibrant. The gold is more vibrant than the emerald green, but the emerald green feels healthy to me, if that makes sense. Like it's just a darker shade of green. And I'm not associating that with any particular chakra or energy. The gold that I'm picking up feels like the gold of the universe, like the part of you that picks up intuition and divine messages and things like that. And there's yeah, so it's like with the gold energy, there's something that's been trying to come through, but like you're a little bit like not exactly like this, but this is the first thing that's coming to me like la la, not listening, not listening, not listening. So something is itching at you, but you're sort of putting your blinders on. And I hear the word children, so I'm going to guess that you have children, you work with children in some sort of setting, or like that you have nieces or nephews that you feel like that like that you love as your own, or that you have a really close relationship with. Um, and I think that what where you're not listening is that you have concern for one or more. I heard one or more, but I feel like it's probably more one. Like you have some concern with one of the children, and maybe it's even more like a teenager. And, so with teenagers, it's like they're children, but they're grown-ups. And so you're feeling a little bit conflicted as to where is the line where you step in and intervene or offer that parental guidance, again, whether you're a parent or parent figure. Um, and so that's why you're kind of shutting it down, is because you're a little bit confused as to what you should be doing or offering this child. It feels female to me, but I could be wrong. I'm not super picking up on that right now. Um, yeah, so that's where the conflict is you're not sure where this role is and how far, like how hard do you push, how much do you intervene, and how much do you step back and sort of let them sort it out and stumble along the way. And I think that that's a really common sort of gray area people get into as children get older, and finding that balance. Um, Okay, so I'm not picking up anything else directly off of your energy. And so again, for anybody who just joined in, I'm reading Jill, who I haven't met in person, and so this is kind of cool because we are physical strangers to each other, although now energetically I'm super tied in. Jill, if you end up watching part of this live, please just give us a little shout out in the comments, and if not, again, later. So what I would do if Jill were watching live is ask her to think if she has any particular question in mind, or even a phrase or a word or something where she's wanting guidance. But I'm hearing really strongly she's wanting guidance on this parenting or guardianship type role that has sort of changed and is emerging into something new, and she's feeling like I'd rather just shut it down and ignore it than work it out. So let's see, Jill, if we can get you some guidance. I'm just shuffling my deck. And then when I work with someone live, they have the opportunity to decide if they want to cut the deck or work with the card that's on top. And I just heard like so loud, boom, on top. So we're going to go with this first card that's on top for you today, Jill. And I will post a picture of the card after the live reading so that you guys can take a look at it. And today's card is Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. And what I would invite you to do, Jill, is take a look at the image of the card. Sometimes there are pieces of the image that pop out and resonate with people. And sometimes it's just like, oh, well, that is a very lovely picture. So I'm not really seeing anything, Jill, that's super popping out except for these two. I don't even know what those are, like flowers or leaf petals. That's what jumped out to me, but it may be something else to you. But I feel more intrigued with this idea that she's the Lady of Dark Miracles. Or, sorry, not miracles, mysteries. Did I misread that earlier, you guys? It's dark mysteries. And let's jump into the book and see what she has to say. Because, again, she's not speaking really loud to me right now, especially if I misread that first word. Although sometimes a misread, you guys, is more the information that comes through. So it could be dark mysteries. It could be that there's a dark miracle that is about to manifest as well for you. So with this deck, again, the Mother Mary Oracle, there's a lot of information. Usually for each card, there's 2 to 3 pages of information, and it's a really specific deck. So what I do is just take my eyes down to the page, and words are going to jump out that are most meaningful for today's reading. So let's check it out and see what we can get for Jill. It says, I have many names and faces, but behind those names and faces, I am your loving mother always. I come to you in light and darkness, through joy, and even my beloved through loss and tragedy. I'm not hearing tragedy, but I am. Oh, okay. So it feels a little bit like the loss and the darkness, this relationship that I was describing earlier, like a parental type struggle, that as the child is aging, what's happening is you're starting to feel that loss of the super connectedness when a child is really young, and that's where the struggle is coming in. Okay, so I am seeking for you, reaching for you, calling you to me. I know, if you can know this, then great peace and spiritual power will be yours, and you can assist me in enlightening this world from fear and distrust into a place of compassion and divine radiance unveiled. Remember me always. I am your loving mother always. So what I'm hearing now, Jill, is that through this time of growth and struggle in this relationship, that deepening your spiritual practice, whether that's prayer, meditation, church, whatever that is for you, that if you can tune in a little bit deeper to your own heart, you're going to be guided through this struggle. And while it may not be smooth, what I'm hearing is that the ultimate outcome will be satisfying. And that satisfaction is going to come really through tuning in deeper and deeper to trust. So that thing that you're not listening to, it's time for you to start to slow down and to listen. And maybe you even need to journal some stuff for yourself, or develop a prayer practice if you don't have one, and start to trust. Okay, so part of the conflict is that there isn't a huge amount of trust in yourself as to how you move forward in the relationship. So if we are encountering the dark face of Mother Mary, sometimes known as the Black Madonna, we are being initiated into a very powerful and precious spiritual consciousness, just what I was alluding to. And we will be granted the ability to find love, healing, and peace even from the darkest human experiences. Yeah, I'm just hearing that, like, wow, this is going to be rough. There is such a peaceful healing, healthy energy that's building behind it. Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries comes to you with guidance to be honest with your suffering, to yourself. Like, it's okay to not know the way forward through a time in your life where it's muddy, and it's okay to feel insecure, and it's okay to admit that we don't know everything and we don't have all the answers. Like, hey, me, so don't have all the answers. And know that you're not alone in it. I just was saying that. I love that. You're not alone in that you don't know everything and you don't have all the answers right now. And through this, she invites you to open to her ecstatic bliss, to the divine presence in the everyday. This oracle confirms her presence is reaching out to you through any challenges and that you are experiencing but need to make peace with, right? Instead of holding guilt or shame about those challenges. Challenges are just challenges. It's almost like what I was saying at the top of the video. Energy is just energy. Challenges are just challenges. And so if you cannot beat yourself up for this next little phase being messy or imperfect or clunky or awkward, that's where the healing and the peace and the light is going to come from. Now is your time. Pray to her to help you trust in her wisdom and receive her blessings with a courageous heart. Your life will be transformed through her grace. Yeah, so Jill, I'm just again hearing that this time is going to feel a little muddy and a little bit dark and a little bit awkward and a little bit clunky, but like that's just life. And don't buy into like the perfect, pretty Instagram BS stuff, because most people are only showing you a very flat affect of the truth of life. And the truth is that life is not always smooth and not always sparkly and not always shiny. And that's not bad, right? This is not a good, bad, better, worse thing. It's just an is thing. And it's the totality of human experience that you're being invited to get in there and have and experience that. And the last thing I'm hearing for you, Jill, is there is a joy waiting to be unlocked and unfolded if you will allow yourself to walk through this time that may feel like fire. And with that, today's message is complete. That was really exciting and good stuff, and maybe some challenging stuff, and that's okay too. This is how things are. So for those of you whose name did not come out of Mad as a Hatter teacup, and even for those of you that are watching this live or later, I am offering 20% off of all of my services because there are some loud and urgent messages going on in there, everybody. And so if you would use the super secret code word LIGHT when you reach out to me through the end of this month, I will absolutely give you 20% off. What you saw today was a 1-card clarity reading. More popular is a 3-card integration reading where you get 3 cards to integrate the past, understand the present, and receive guidance for the future. And I also offer something called Yoga Plus, intuitive reading and energy healing, where we start off with a reading. You get customized yoga specifically for your energy and physical needs, and then we close with hands-on or distance energy healing, and these can be done live in person or over Skype. And so comment here or private message me. You can also check out my website, Kathy-Weiss.com. There, I'm still a little bit under construction there, so talk about like the messy, imperfect sloppiness. You may not find exactly what you're looking for right now, and then again, just reach out, message me. I'm nice and friendly. We'll hook it up. We'll hook you up for sure. So thanks to everybody who shouted out today, and like I said, y'all are super noisy, so please reach out and get your own personalized, customized reading, so that you can have some guidance and increase your own vitality and find your own joy. Okay, Sounds like I got double, like double. We're done. We're done. We're done. Okay. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday. It's gorgeous here in California. Go get some vitamin D. And I will look forward to seeing you next week on President's Day for another live intuitive read and perhaps a bonus message later this week. I don't know when those come up, so we'll see what happens. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Namaste.